Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest. He is a filmmaker, and he goes by the name of Scud, SCUD. And he has a brand new film out, and it's called Bodyshop. And I'm really looking forward to talking to him about his new film and about his other films. Like, he definitely broke barriers down with his taboo films that deal with a lot of male on male stuff, and it goes from anything from thrillers to drama. And I'm really looking forward to talking to him about breaking down the barriers and being one of the first artists, one of the first filmmakers to actually showcase male on male nu- nudity and breaking barriers with the taboo films. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters, as you could tell already, and I am the host of the Grue Room. And my interview with this amazing filmmaker Scud will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Room, and as always, welcome to my nightmare. So stay tuned.
Hmm.
Okay. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out and coming on the show. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I should say thank you.
It's all good. So, like the first thing I wanted to ask you is like, what drew you to the world of films and wanting to make films?
Um, okay, that was almost 20 years ago now. When I was actually waiting for my citizenship in Australia, and that was after over 20 years of career in IT. I have been in the software development field for long. And then I was actually retiring from that career, and I was thinking of what I should do the rest of my life. I was in kind of a midlife crisis then, and I I reckon that I have always been artistic person. I love music, I
Oh,
love
nice.
literature, and I although I was in working in IT, most of my circle, my friends were actually people in the entertainment business,
Oh, okay.
superstars, etc. Yeah, model superstars, and so I reckon I should do something that I really like instead of just to earn my living.
Yeah.
So the first idea who would came to me was to be a singer because I like singing a lot. But the problem is I couldn't compose. I have no talent
Oh.
to yeah for that. So I guess if I were just a performer, it's a creativity. I mean, to me, I think it's not right, but to me, I think if I couldn't write my own song, I was not I was not going to be a real singer. And then the second thought would be to be a writer. But I didn't have the confidence to manage the sheer size of a fiction, for example.
Okay.
So eventually, I think maybe the best thing for me to do is to do a film because 90 minutes, 100 minutes is about the dimension that I could manage.
Hmm.
So and I think I had some comparing stories to tell myself. So I decided why didn't I give it a try? And that's how it started. And actually now I'm going through my diaries of those days
Okay.
because a Taiwanese publisher have been urging me to write a memorial, I mean write something about my life.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm looking back. I realized that when I start the pre-production of my first film, I was thinking of doing only one or two or at most three films in my life. But end up now I have 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what how did you choose your name Scud? Like how did that all come about?
Wow, great question. I actually had names, English names to me in my life. The first one was called Ivan. Okay, I was actually born in China and I came to Hong Kong when I was still uh 14, 13, 14. So I went
Okay.
to the British Council and I was improving my English because Hong Kong has been a very English place. So, and then all of a sudden, the teacher asked me to, hey, what's your English name? Do you have one? Then it suddenly just came to my mind that Ivan the Horrible, something like that. So I named myself Ivan. That was my first name, and it's also the name I used in my second film, Permanent Resident. And then, as I grew up a little bit, I idolized a singer in Hong Kong who is called Danny Chan. So my second name became Danny. And Danny
Oh,
became my name until, I mean, all through my IT career. And then after that, I moved to Australia. And before my filmmaking career, I decided to change my name again. Because to me, it's almost like a new life. I mean, if
yeah.
I was going to become a filmmaker, it's so different from my previous life, I would
Yeah,
say. So I
definitely.
guess maybe I need another name to differentiate myself from my earlier life. And how this gut came, there are two reasons for that. One being is actually the same meaning as my Chinese name, the
Oh, okay.
cloud scudding across the sky. Okay, that
Oh.
is the meaning of my name. And second was I actually befriend a great guy, called a tennis player called Mark Philippoussis, and his nickname was Scott. So I guess wow,
Okay.
this is a great name to use. So I use this as my name for in the industry. I think it's good because it's simple, it's concise, and it's easy to remember.
It definitely is, yeah. And you're known for a lot of your films have to do with ta taboo and same sex relationships, and what made you want to make films about that and explore like the different forms of like fetishes, taboo, and
Hmm.
and sex.
Okay. All right. Actually, my first film was not so much in that aspect, I would say. My first film was about the baseball team of Hong Kong.
Oh,
But
nice.
actually, yeah, actually it had some locker room scenes that the guys were naked. I mean, to me, it was just natural because you don't go into a shower still with your brief or your under on, right? But that caused a I was really surprised that Hong Kong was still so conservative at that
Yeah.
time. So it actually made me defiant. I thought, what the hell? So in my second film, Permanent Residence, basically the guys hardly had any clothes on throughout the film. But then it was working. I mean, the audiences began to be accepting that kind of. So I think, well, I mean, if this is what no people basically in Hong Kong and even maybe in Asia have been doing. So I should just be more, what should I say, radical, aggressive in that area. I don't care. I just don't want to make growth so essential in a film, in
Yeah.
my point of view. And it also happened that after my couple or two, three films, the actors coming to me, most of them are very natural with their body. Okay, they already knew my style, and they came to me because they think they could manage it. So gradually I think it's kind of becoming my one of my signature. And I think it's good. I mean, if I'm doing commercial things, if I'm doing what other filmmakers are already doing very well, what's the point of my
Exactly.
project? So if nobody are really doing this, actually, it's not just Hong Kong. I have a feeling that even in Western cinemas, in American
Mhm.
especially, I would say, I think we are much more conservative than maybe 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Somehow,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why everybody have to be so proper nowadays in most of the films. So I guess if I'm doing something different, it's not a bad thing to me.
And that's what I love about your films and this stuff you do for the films, because I mean now like a lot of like male nudity is being shown in like in films and television shows. Like I like now it's being shown more, but a few years ago they wouldn't even show it. Like they wouldn't they would never show two men hooking up. They wouldn't show guys fully nude. And you broke down barriers and you showed that. And like how does it feel to be like one of the first film the guys to actually show like full like male nudity and male on male scenes?
Um, I realized that a few years after my first earlier film came out, and I began to realize to see more gay films from Korea, for example, and I begin to see even Japanese films become more liberal, and then
Yeah.
like Thai films. Okay, one of my film a few years ago is called Adonis or 30 Years of
Yes.
Adonis. It had a big release in Thailand, throughout the country, 33 cinemas. And then the response I got was mainly from the filmmakers coming to me. They say that they didn't know that their government actually allow it. They thought it's forbidden, but actually it's only they forbidden themselves. So now you can see the BL and the homosexuality and nudity
Mhm.
become very, I mean, yeah, abundant even in Thai cinemas. So yes, I realized that gradually, and people was saying that, oh, because of me they are more open. And with that, I think if that's really the case, I would be very proud of myself. If it's just
Right.
because of me,
Yes.
or if it's partly because of me, I would be very proud of that. Because I think it's actually better this way. I mean, to me, filmed uh stands for freedom. Okay,
Yes,
freedom
definitely.
of expression. Yeah. So if we limit ourselves in even making a film, what how do we treat our life? So yeah, we should
Oh
be
no, you're
freer in the
absolutely
film
right.
than in real life, at least. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And now you have a brand new film. It's coming out. So what inspired you to want to write and make Body Shop?
Hmm. It is actually a long time in forming the idea. Okay, I have a good friend who is a fabulous chef. Actually, apart from making films, the only other things I've been doing in my life was running and restaurant.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
a restaurant first in the beachfront, and then in the
Mhm.
city. So this guy, Simon, he's actually so good in all sort of cuisine. So sometimes we talk about joking that what if we have a concern about human meat. Is it really that impossible that we cannot see that happen in our life? To us, if we are going to consume the one we love, it's romantic somehow. And and at least it's environmental friendly. I mean, we have as we grow older, we've seen more death
Hmm.
and how the bodies have been processed and I mean to me it's such a waste of energy. You need so many yeah resources, energy to turn a person into ashes. And I don't see why that have to always have to be done. So that is the initial idea that coming many years along. And then actually I make two films, two twin films. It's called
Oh,
one
okay.
is Body Shop, another is Apostles.
Yes.
Uh act- yeah, actually it's a one project that became too rich. Because I want to consolidate all my idea about death and afterlife in a film. Okay, I want to tell this before I finished. So that was the idea. But then it became so too big. My first cut of the film is over 3 hours, so which
Oh,
is
wow.
commercially, yeah, it's commercially not not feasible at all. So somehow I separate them into two. One is called Apostle, is more a philosophical or psychological discussion, more the the Platonian school of thinking about death, about life.
Oh.
So that became one film. It's called Apostles. It's mainly happened in Japan by a dozen of young guys from everywhere in the world uh, to 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 be invited into a camp to explore that. Okay, so that is one film. And
Oh,
then
wow.
another film is Body Shop. Yeah, that you may be seeing. So this is
Yes.
more like Asian Oriental idea of what a ghost would be, and what will happen to us after we die and before we really go into the next life. So so I separate the two and they become two films, and so that's how Body Shop came up.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, for anyone who hasn't heard of the Body Shop film, can you tell us a little bit about what 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 the film is? Like, I know the film's about like a ghost and everything. Like, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay. Um, so when the film was first screened in Rotterdam last year, or earlier this year, and the description they wrote about the film, the first statement was called "Ghosts Just Want to Have Fun." And yes, people who have watched this film, they are really impressed with how naughty a ghost can be.
Yeah.
So I think first of all, it's really a ghost story. It's about how a ghost uh live a ghost life with among other ghosts. So I mean to us, we nobody really know what happened to us after we die. So I would say
That's
Body
true.
Shop is one of the fantasy. It's actually closer to my vision to the
Oh, okay.
afterlife, to the battle. I believe we will still have our mind, have our memory, even emotion, but the only thing we lost is the sense, is the sensuality, because we no longer have the body.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so 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 yeah, you might say that that is one way we can imagine really uh the life of a ghost. Yes. So I think that's what Body Shop is. First of all, is what it's about. Yeah. Another
Okay.
is of course about eating. I mean, cooking someone after he died. Okay, it's not so graphical in the film itself. It's actually more graphical in Apostles. Something, yeah, it's much more bloody over in the teen film of that. And this one is more like okay, uh, implication. But I still hoped. Okay, look, I'm 50. How am I? I'm 57 now, and I hope I can live another 20 years. Would we be able to see this being legalized? That how we process the body of the one we love. I still hope
Mhm.
to see that day,
Oh
that time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I see one of the guys that acts in a lot of your films, Adonis. He like
Yeah.
how did how did you first find him? Like I see he's in a lot of films you've made.
Okay. I've made 10 films now, and he's in just the second half, from the number six to the number 10. Yeah. He's a Beijing opera actor from China. Okay. So he was an actor, and at that time his manager was a Taiwanese. So they are aware of my work, and they watch amphetamine, for example, and they were impressed.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was doing the I had an open casting for one of my film, a Voyage, and so they actually came to the border between Hong Kong and China for a casting by me, and I was very impressed with him. I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
um, yeah, so he began to act in my next film. It's called Utopia. So that was his
Yes.
maiden film in my work. And so actually something more funny was initially I was not asking for him, but because
Oh,
his manager were aware of that, so they came. So I picked him instead of another guy. And people would ask, why? I said, one of the thing is from the um, the questionnaire he felt he fell into. Um, and they say, what is there's a question that what is the ideal of your life? The
hmm.
guy I was looking for to see, he wrote making a lot of money. Okay, I thought okay, making a lot of money makes sense, but is that the only thing you want to say to to a director? Probably not very impressive. And what Adonis' role was, he wished to be on stage the whole life. I think that's much more poetic.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and he is indeed quite a poetic person in life. Yeah.
And from Bo Body Shop, is there a certain scene that you like most or you had the most fun filming?
Okay, the most fun and also the most dangerous. That was the Sky Lantern film. That the six hunts they were trying to release the Sky Lantern that goes up to the
Hmm.
sky. Okay, that is one of the biggest festival in Thailand. A lot of people everywhere, and because it's my insistence that we shot that scene in nude, so it's almost impossible to find a location for that. Eventually, we did that on the roof of a hotel, but
Oh,
somehow the roof is not a roof enough. There are still 2, 3 floors higher than that roof. So a woman caught us doing that. She called the police. And fortunately, we had guys on the roof looking down on the street, seeing the police running towards the hotel. So we all dispersed as soon as possible, and still two of my crew were arrested for the
oh
night.
my God, really?
So that was really, yeah. But I dare say there have never been a scene of releasing a sky lantern like that. So I think that there's, I mean, after at the end, we were fine, and I think it's worth it. It's worth the stunt.
Oh my God, that's crazy. And I always like asking my guests this when I have them on the show. I'm a really big horror fan, as you could see, with the Chucky and everything. Like, are there any
Yeah.
horror films that you like watching?
Mm. I have to be honest. I begin not watching films. I think maybe in the last 5, 6 years. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But yeah, if I watch, I will watch the kind of film that you are doing. So I really don't have a perfect answer to that question. But I don't know what would happen after I stop making films. Maybe I will go back to watch more films. But I think
Okay.
film in general begin to disappoint me. Yeah,
Oh,
film used to
really?
be the main food, spiritual food of my life to sustain my life. I watch films maybe on average two, three every day. But not anymore because so many films become so repetitive.
True.
I
Yeah.
mean they don't inspire me as much as before. So yeah, I rather watch the kind of film that you like these days
Yeah. There you
than
go.
the films performed by other person. Yeah.
And what kind of songs do you like listening to?
Mm. I that will surprise you, I guess. I was more a classical music guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know why? Because I left China when I was 13 or 14, and
Mm-hmm.
at that time in China we had no song to hear to listen to except the classical music. They were the only music we
Oh.
were allowed to listen. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
quite worse when I was small. And if you ask me nowadays, well, of course, a lot of great songs still. And what songs? What songs? What songs? Uh, I'm still an old school. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still an old school guy. And recently, I was asked, whose concert you want to watch nowadays? I said if Michael Jackson is alive, then it's Michael Jackson, and but he's not, then maybe Justin Bieber or something like this.
Okay, there you go. And what about food? Like, what kind of foods do you like eating?
Japanese,
Oh, yeah,
Japanese.
nice. Nice.
And actually, the one of the restaurant that I operate in Hong Kong, but is closed like 8 years ago, was Japanese Chinese fusion. Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But recently, in May, I had a month-long trip to Europe, and I became a big lover of Spanish food now,
Nice, nice. Yeah.
especially the seafood.
Oh my God, I love it. And where could fans watch uh, Apostle and Body Shop at?
Mm, okay. If you want to watch it online, yeah, you can always try from our website. We have been revamping our website to have uh, I mean streaming that works. Okay, we didn't have the resources to do that before, and now we decided we have to do that because as your question also implied that my films have not been very available. Okay. And yeah, so it's www.artworker.org. You can try that out. And another way is to come to Rotterdam this year, the IFFR. Yeah, because they are running a full retrospect of all my 10 films.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Y- Yeah, yeah. So it's in January 24th to February 4th in Rotterdam. Great, very nice temperature around 18 degrees Celsius. It's much better than Berlin, I would say. So yeah, and they are celebrating my life as a filmmaker. They are paying homage to me. So I will
That's,
also bring the actors from each of my films over there, including
oh,
Adonis
that's
you mentioned.
awesome.
So I think that would be I think that is going to be my last and my biggest party ever. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's really nice.
Yeah, so please check out IFFR this year. And they just announced the focus program on me. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And the last thing I'm gonna ask you is where could fans follow you at?
It's where? What was the question again?
Oh, where where can fans follow you at?
Hmm.
Like, do you have like a Facebook, Twitter,
Ah,
Instagram, website?
ah, okay. Yeah, I only have Facebook now because my IG was banned and Twitter was also kind of banned. So because of too much nudity, I guess. So only my Facebook. Yeah. So if you search Scudceng being my last name in Chinese,
Oh, okay.
Scudceng, then you can find me. You can follow me.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Like it was really nice meeting you. I saw a couple of your films and they're really good films and I liked it and I was really looking forward to chatting. So thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for having me. And good luck to
Definitely.
your show.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Or all right, buddy. Have a really good day.
Thank you.
Thanks. And
Mhm.